think I've dealt with anxiety probably, I mean, if I really have to think about it, probably since I was maybe a teenager. It's not a fun feeling to feel like you can't go anywhere, especially if you have a car, and especially if you're a parent. My anxiety has manifested through my health. I've been really nervous about having allergic reactions to things that I'm not allergic to. The most noticeable end is driving.
Yeah, okay. So, someone was not happy about me on that.
One night I was driving home on I-35, coming up north to Ames, and it was dark. Driving in the dark wasn't anything new to me. I'd done it many times. This was a very benign sort of night. There was nothing particularly special or different about it, but there was something about the day that just set me off. The traffic, the lights, it just seemed like it was a perfect storm, and I had to pull over onto the side of the road. And it was terrible, and it just kept happening.
Yeah, we're on the road right now. Not just kidding, we're at Jack in the Box.
Driving used to be something that I enjoyed, I had fun with. I always preferred driving, you know, especially on long road trips.
I don't know if we're in Utah just yet, but we're getting there.
But now it's just become something that that I struggle with.
There is still this expectation for men, particularly young men, that they're just supposed to tough it up. They're supposed to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And it can be scary and I think humbling for men to finally say, okay, I've done everything I can and I'm just not sure what else I need to do.
My wife had suggested to me that I try some sort of SSRI. And at the time I said, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be, you know, grow some dependence on some drug. You know, I can do this, I'm strong. After my son was born, you know, I needed a little bit of help so that I could be available for him and, you know, be able to be available for my family in the way that they need me to be.
Medications that we use for mental health conditions, depression, anxiety specifically, I describe them as pretty subtle medications. So it's not like you're gonna take a pill and the next day anxiety's gone. You're gonna take a pill for probably about a month, and then when you think about it, you might be like, oh, yeah, I feel less anxious. That's the effect we're looking for.
It's not cheating. You're not taking the easy way out. I assure you, it's not. Things have gotten easier, but it's not a shortcut. You need help going up the stairs, you hold on to the rail. That's what the medication is for me.
Well, here we are, finally. Only about 15 minutes on the highway. Maybe a little bit less than that. And I just feel tired.
I encourage people, about specifically anxiety, not to look for it being fixed. If you're human and you're alive, you're going to have some level of anxiety. That's just how it is. And even though anxiety gets a bad rap in our society, it does some good things for us. It makes sure that we stay on task, we get things accomplished. For some people, it's very much a motivating factor in their success. Okay? So it's not all bad. The idea, though, is that we don't want anxiety to impact someone's ability to function and to do what they want in their life.
I think especially in central Iowa, it's really important for these sort of mental health resources to be available. I'm just glad that this clinic was here because if I had to drive to Des Moines, you know, be nervous to go and get my medication, yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Research clearly shows that people are more successful if they do talk therapy and medication management, particularly depending on the severity of their symptoms. Some people who have low-level symptoms can do really well just with talk therapy, but if it's having a significant impact on their life, the combination really is what's best. So the medications, I describe it as kind of keeping your head above water, so you can still function and do what you need to do. But therapy is where you learn the actual skills to respond to the world in a different way that helps with symptoms across the board.
Over the past couple of years, you know, I've been on medication, I've been going to therapy, and it's it's really helped. You know, it's made a difference, and I can continue living the life that I want to live, not without fear, because I still get nervous, I still get stressed out, I panic a little bit, but I feel like I can handle those episodes better because of all of the effort and the time and the medication. It's everything. Just know that if I can do it, you can do it too. I didn't want to go on medication, but I took the leap, and I'm really glad I did.